in the 7th round, it was trying to come back around. I was adjusting myself. I even looked into the man's eyes, and I saw disappointment on his face that I wasn't fading away like he thought or what they planned on me doing, because he had some. I truly believe he had something in his glove, because I have the physical proof in my face, and I also have the doctors to prove that as well, 78.
Right.
So
those are the words of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, as he first states that he's seen the disappointment in Tyson Fury's eyes after the 2nd round, because, of course, Tyson Fury did predict that he was going to take Deontay Wilder out in 2 rounds. He was preaching that for the last 2 or 3 days before the fight, the weigh-in, when they shoved each other back and forth. So he said he's seen the disappointment. And he said, well, he feels that it was something in his gloves. He has the doctors to prove that it was something other than a fist in his glove. And of course, he can't talk too much about it. That's why it's really... Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Things that we're talking about now, these are accusations that we know right now this shit has to go to court. Okay, and obviously the chain of events that transpired with Tyson Fury moving on like he's known to do, like he is notorious for doing, moving on, going to the next fight. This is my concern for Deontay Wilder. If he believes Tyson Fury cheated him, I know he believes that. I know he believes it. Now, question on how he believes it, the doctors told him, informed him that, hey, there is no way that could have happened with a fist. Okay, there's no way that those gloves that he has could make the marks on his side of his head the way it did. Okay, or something, it had to be tampered with. So my concern is, how will the doctors be able to prove that he had something in him if they physically didn't catch shit in the gloves? That's the problem in this situation, because it's going to be hell. You can bring in forensics. You can bring in, okay, the egg weight. So it formed an egg thing on the side of his head, on this side of his head that he was hit with. And he said that Tyson Fury can't punch. That's why he knew that was something wrong. That's why I told you guys, he took that fight because he knew what Tyson Fury possessed. He knew that he could take Tyson Fury's punches. He thought that particular fight was going to be the easier of the fights. Okay? That's why it's better to redo something you already know. Look, the devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't. So he went and fought Tyson Fury again, knowing, hey, you know what? I got this guy. I'm going to knock this guy out this time. I thought he was going to knock out Tyson Fury. So I got it wrong both times, because I thought Tyson Fury was going to gas out in the first fight, which he didn't. And I thought that Deontay Wilder was going to knock him out in the second fight, which he didn't. So he was like, something was wrong with his water or whatnot. And the problem is, the doctors, will that be enough in court to prove there was any wrongdoing? You see what I'm saying? This isn't an Antonio Margarito and Cotto yet. The only way this shit can be compared to Antonio Margarito Cotto or Antonio Margarito Mosley is that the same shit happens in the Mosley fight that will happen to Tyson Fury. And this is my counterpunch on this. I think it was stupid to come out and say what you feel now. See, I thought the saving grace will, let us know something, but don't tell us this much of information like your minions have. And it was stupid to allow them to. Why? Why was it stupid? Because for one, you can't prove now that Tyson Fury did anything. You have to try to catch a person in the act. That's what I thought was going to take place, that they were going to wait. Hush, shut the fuck up. Wait till Tyson Fury to allegedly do the same shit again, and then you got him. But that didn't happen, because now, do you understand? If these guys fight again, Yes, there will be heightened security. Yes, there will be heightened concern. Yes, there'll be like double checking and triple checking of the gloves. Yes, there will be those type of things if they care for the welfare of the fighter and the health and the fairness of the fight. That will be a par. But how could you catch somebody that you're accusing or you suspect was cheating? You can't prove that he's cheating. This isn't an Antonio Margarito again. No shit fell out of his gloves. It wasn't something that you saw except for the way the gloves was in the first fight. And if you didn't catch it in the first fight, that's shame on you motherfuckers. You fucking me over once, shame on you. You fucking me over twice, shame on me. You see what I'm saying? So what ended up happening with this situation, they are now going back and digressing and regressing and looking at the first fight and the second fight and say, hey, he fucked over me in the first fight. Well, you motherfuckers should have caught that in the first fight. Counterpunch, you guys should have caught that. So that shows, again, it comes back on your team. It comes back with people that you have to really question. Wilder really has to question, how good is his team for picking shit out? And I was told by huge sources that JD's shouldn't even said the shit he said about the uniform. Facts. Okay? And look, also, this is the deal. Wilder's going to have hell to deal with, especially in this situation where there's nothing tangible to really grasp from. That's the problem. And I think it was foolish right now to come out now about those type of things. It's better to have the fight, but now he knows it's not fight because of the coronavirus and all types of other shit, right? So it's going to be hard for this particular guy to do what he needs to do to get justice. One thing I know, if you are convinced that somebody cheated on you, like he said, he was in there, we weren't in there. So only he would know if that guy was welling him with punches. But I will say this. I'm afraid there's not enough evidence that we know of, because if he has other things, those will be in court. Those will be followed through in court. So we don't know those. So maybe he has something that's like boom, explosion or whatever, right? But it's like now that you let Tyson Fury and Team Fury... See, if Team Fury was cheating and they know they were cheating, they know now, yo, we can't do that shit anymore. You see what I mean? So I would rather catch someone in the act than to turn around and try to say, hey, yeah, you were cheating. And then that lets us know. That's like somebody walking into a store that you know is about to steal something, right? And you already know is about to steal something. You can't say, hey, you're going to steal something before he steals it. You got to wait till he steals it. You know what I mean? Then you catch him. That was the problem in this situation. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this volume of the Wilder Files. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.